Good evening, everyone. Good to be with you. And John, I appreciate the invitation to come and at least make an introduction this evening to Polk County Republicans. The good news is there are things happening at the grassroots level across the state that should encourage Republicans, because I think next year we're going to be able to not only win back the governor's office, but I think we're going to be surprised at how well we're going to do in taking back majority in the Iowa legislature, too, the House and the Senate. But next year, we need to replace Chet Culver with a Republican. First thing I'd like to do is introduce my wife, Trish. She's with me tonight, and any of us as candidates know how important it is to have supportive family and one's spouse. A little bit about Rod Roberts, and then just a bit of what I think the campaign is all about as we seek to defeat Chet Culver. I was born in Waverly, grew up in the central Iowa community of Zeering. My wife Trish is from the north central Iowa community of Renwick. We met in college. We were married in Goldfield, and for the past 25 years have made Carroll our home. We have 2 grown children, a daughter Lindsay. She and her family live in southwest Iowa, and our son Brett is finishing up his graduate school education at the University of Iowa. I was first elected to the Iowa House in November of 2000, and I come from a legislative district in west central Iowa that includes all of Carroll County, the eastern half of Crawford County, and the southeast quarter of Sac County. I've been elected to the House 5 times, supported not only by Republicans, but a good number of independent registered voters and conservative Democrats who have sent me back to the Iowa House to represent them as a fiscal and social conservative. And I'm proud of those credentials and representing the folks back in my House district. I've also had the good fortune of serving in the House Republican leadership team. My colleagues have elected me to a leadership position a number of times to where now I serve as the senior member of the House Republican leaders. A couple of important things about what I believe are important as a Republican and as a conservative. I believe that it's important to be careful with the taxpayers' money. Every time I've run for office, I've made 2 simple promises to the people back home. Promise number 1, Rod Roberts will show up for work and he will work hard on your behalf. Promise number 2, I will be as careful with your money as I am with my own money. And folks, trust me, I'm very careful with my money, and Trish could attest to that. Because I tell you what, tax dollars represent the hard work of Iowans. And elected officials, whether you're the governor of Iowa or you're a legislator, are entrusted with the responsibility of using good judgment and responsibility in deciding how to spend those hard-earned dollars. Yes. Rod Roberts also believes that life is important, and I believe that it's important to protect the life of the unborn. I also believe in the traditional definition of marriage, that marriage is between one man and one woman. 2 things about the campaign. The campaign to defeat Governor Culver is about leadership for this state. Wherever I've traveled, wherever I've talked with Iowans, everyone believes this same thing. If you aspire to be governor and you serve as governor of the state of Iowa, you are a leader among leaders. And people expect you to be capable, able, and effective in your leadership. That's why Governor Culver is going to be defeated next year, because he does not meet those qualities. No better example exists than what's happened with our state's finances. The state auditor put it very well. We have a budget mess, and the people of this state didn't create the mess. Several years of uncontrolled, unrestrained, irresponsible spending have set us up for this mess. And the person in charge is Governor Chet Culver. And friends, we didn't wake up Wednesday morning to find out that we had a significant financial problem on our hands. This began to unfold a year ago. And a number of us have been drawing attention to it. And the governor may have now realized the significance of the problem we face. But many of us saw this coming. And the day of reckoning is here. And job number 1 as governor will be to manage the people's money and to do it responsibly, unlike what we've seen the last several years from Governor Culver. We have a 99% spending limitation. Common sense dictates that you can spend no more than what you collect. And if we adhered to that, we wouldn't have this kind of financial mess on our hands. But we're going to have to make some very significant and serious decisions on how to control spending and to live within our means. As governor, I will make a pledge to live within that 99% spending limitation, and we will not find the state of Iowa in a mess like this again in my administration. You've got to be careful with the taxpayers' money. That's what leadership is all about. Secondly, the campaign is about respecting those who are really in charge of government here in Iowa. I'll tell you what, folks, as you travel the state, as you listen to Iowans, the people get it. Those who are in charge of government are the people themselves. And we have a constitution, both in terms of the United States, and we have a constitution here in Iowa. Both of those sacred and important documents declare very, very eloquently that the people are in charge of their government. And as governor, I will always remember that my charge is to do the very best job that I am able to do in representing the best interests of the people of this state, because it's their government, and my job is to do my talents, to use my talents and abilities to advance what is in their best interest and to do it the very best that I can. It's their government. It's about leadership. It's about respect. It would be an honor to serve you as your next governor. And together, working hard here in Polk County and across the state, I believe that Republicans can get the job done next year. And our message of fiscal conservatism, social conservatism put together, that we'll be able to attract independents, conservative Democrats, we'll be able to defeat Governor Culver. We can build a better Iowa together. I invite you to visit our website, robertsforgov.com. Appreciate a chance to speak tonight. Thank you for all the good work that you're doing here in Polk County.